Just over a month ago, I made a video where it was found out in old firmware code, version 24 back in February of 2020 to be exact, that Meta might be working on a cloud gaming service codenamed Avalanche. This month, there seems to be more light to that theory. Reddit user Technical Throwaway, nice username by the way, shared a screen grab and video that shows inside the experimental features tab in the settings menu an enable Avalanche alpha function, which of course matches the code that was found by firmware sleuth Samola. Throwaway posted that they pressed it and it said finding server for about 20 seconds and then loaded Oculus Home. For about 15 seconds it was a really decent frame rate, but with a little bit of lag, then a spinning ring came up and it stayed like that.
Blah, blah, blah.
Tech Throwaway later updated their post by saying, I've had access to this for a few days now and have been trying to figure out how to get it working. When it worked, it was super smooth, but there is definitely noticeable lag between moving the controller and seeing it move. It only worked for 10 seconds, it was basically the same experience as Airlink. I didn't get a chance to see what games were available on first launch though. Sad face. With the 2-year history of this code now rearing its head in this experimental features, it shows that this has been on Meta or really Oculus's table for quite some time. Back in 2020, consulting CTO and Doom creator John Carmack had this to say about wireless and cloud gaming back for the Quest 2 launch.
We still haven't announced a full wireless connection system for Link, and we have these interminable arguments internally about this, about quality bars, and I keep saying that I love the fact that I have existence proofs where whenever we argue about this, I can say right this very minute, someone is using a wireless VR streaming system and getting value from it. It is not as good as being wired. It is not as good as we might hope. It might not meet your personal minimum quality bar, but it is clearly meeting some people's minimum quality bar and delivering value to them because they keep coming back and doing it. So I continue to beat that drum where we should have some kind of an Airlink. And then it gets even more controversial when we say, well, if you've got an Airlink that you can talk to an arbitrary IP address, then, well, what about cloud VR gaming? And that just turns the knob even further there where, okay, obviously it's even worse. Obviously, more people are going to find this unacceptable and it will be a terrible experience for more people. But still, I am quite confident that for some people in some situations, it's still going to be quite valuable.
Of course, there are now services like Plutosphere and Shadow PC out there that can kind of make this happen through a cloud network PC connection, but they are expensive and personally, I've had a lot of trouble making them work. Speaking of expensive, I do wonder if this means an Oculus Pass Plus is coming in the near future. Well, maybe not near, maybe distant, but how much is that gonna be? Easily $20. As we've learned from this video here, Meta likes to roll out new features quite randomly and scarcely, so this may have been a part of that or a total oopsie. Either way, I'm excited for the possibility of official cloud gaming coming to the Quest if they can get it right. What do you all think? Let's discuss down below and I'll catch you in the next Quickie.